How to use your money, spend your money wisely to increase your happiness. If you feel like you don't have enough money and you're chasing money, you might not need it. You might discover, like I've discovered, like, wow, I'm pretty wealthy now, but what do I even do? What do I even buy? Like, don't feel very much happier. So I'm going to give you some ideas on how you can deploy your money, use your money to increase your happiness. So welcome in, fam. Much love, Trav here. Why am I the person to listen to on this video? Because I've been poor, I've been rich, I made some risky investments and some big ball plays and went all in and then some on Bitcoin last year, and it's paid off. You look at the price of that, and it's like I'm not really happier, but in some ways I am happier. So I'm going to talk about the ways that I'm happier. I'm not going to talk about how to make money. I'm going to tell you why you don't necessarily need money, and I'm going to tell you about how you can deploy your money to increase your happiness versus how you deploy your money and not increase your happiness and just feel sad and you feel depressed, like, man, like I've been working towards money for so long, now I have it and it makes no difference to me. Well, you want to avoid that, okay? So welcome in, fam. Much love, Trav here. If that sounds useful, please hit the thumbs up, and also please hit the bell notification so you get notified when I drop a new video. Right now I'm on like 4 to 5 videos a week, so it's not a lot of videos, and it's important to do that because I just get buried in the algorithm. I'm not that flashy. I'm not investing all the time in the editing and the optimizing. I'm just spitting it to you real. But I'm a real person here. My story is real. I see people with a lot of wealth and they're unhealthy, they're unhappy, and it's like that they miss something. So how to spend money to improve your happiness? I think the first thing to look at is what makes people happy. What behaviors do people do that make people happy? What do the happiest people have in common? Study happy people, not study advertising, not listen to random gurus who are trying to sell you on something. I'm not trying to sell you on anything. I make $100 a month on YouTube. I don't care. I don't need more clients. I have a job that I love to do that pays me, and I've got a fat nest egg. I'm not doing this for money. I don't need money. I'm doing this because I'm trying to help people, and it's just fun. It's enjoyable. It's sort of cathartic for me. So as we saw recently looking at studies, what the behaviors that make people happy are getting good sleep, in-person social activity, exercise. Okay? Those are 3 of the big behaviors that make people happy. And then if you look at circumstances that make people happy, having a certain amount of money is one of them, but having a dog or pets is another one, a big one. Volunteering appears on both lists. Having some sort of religious belief, reading, spending a little bit of time on social media, but not that much. It's not that complicated. Those are the big things. So you want to spend money on, how do I spend money to improve my sleep? Well, one is, let me reduce the stress in my life. That's one thing that money can do, reduce the anxiety. One thing that I've done is, I'm not taking as many coaching calls. I'm not taking as many clients. I'm not worried about money as much. I'm not checking the Bitcoin price as much. As you have more money, you just care less. Like, oh, here's an opportunity to make money. I don't care. I'm going to sleep early, right? Oh, you can wake up and do this side job on the weekend. No, I don't care. I'm going to go to sleep early. So that's one of the things that it can do for you, which is a real thing. Improve your sleep. Man, you just feel so much better. It's it's pretty magic. It's a beautiful thing. And it is a beautiful thing, just getting good sleep. So your money can improve your sleep. Get yourself a good mattress. You can spend money on getting AC if you're in a cold place, getting a fan, getting blackout curtains. These things aren't very expensive. You don't need a smartwatch or an Oura Ring or all that jazz. Spend a little bit of money on getting tungsten low wattage light bulbs so your room's nice and light orange dark. Get some candles for your space, right? It doesn't take a lot of money to do this. You don't need a lot of money to do those things. So sleep's another one. In-person social activity. Okay, well, if you make more money, then if you have more money, you don't need to spend quite as much time working. If you don't want, you can spend more time just hanging out with people. So that's another change that I made, is like reduce the time working just a little bit, or try to change my time working so that it's more social, and let me now in my time, like, let me plan more social events, do more social things. These things sometimes cost money, like take your girlfriend out to dinner and pay when otherwise you wouldn't do something like that. Or go out with your friends to a nice restaurant and pay. You can do that if you want, right? It could be fly people out to visit you, or fly out to visit people, so you spend more time with people. It could be, different. Like if you're into board game, buy some board games and invite your friends to play the board games with you, or buy a basketball hoop and invite your friends to play basketball with you. Here's some examples of things that you can spend on money, which doesn't need to be a lot necessarily, right? Doesn't need to be super expensive. But yeah, think about like, how can I use money to attract people into my life? Like, use money, get a dog if you don't have one. Dogs cost money. They're not cheap. Even a free dog from adoption, that's great, but it's going to cost money in food. It's going to cost money in time. It's going to cost money in vet bills, and you got to get a kennel and a dog bed and a collar and dog treats and a leash and dog toys and all this stuff. So that's another one. Exercise. Yeah, like you can spend money on exercise, like merge things together. Spend less time hustling on money, more time going out for a run, more time going out for a walk, more time surfing. Invite people to do those things with you, right? You can spend money on like having a reliable vehicle that can drive you to volunteer events, that can drive you to the other side of the island, that can be used to improve your social life. But here's the thing to note, is like almost of everything I said, nothing really costs that much money. I guess the main thing is freeing up your free time. But the interesting thing about freeing up your free time is you really only want to free up the essential free time when other people are off work. Because if you're like, okay, I'm not going to work at all, it's really hard to get the socialization that's one of the most important things to your happiness. Get the 6 hours of socialization if everybody else is at work. It turns out that we get a lot of our socialization and we get a lot of our purpose through work. So you find that you don't work for money, you work a job that you just like. And guess what? You can already do all this already without money. You can work a job that you like the most, that doesn't pay the most. You can accept, I'm not going to be rich necessarily. If I spend money, it's going to be on things that bring people into my life, and improve my sleep, and have an animal, and I'm just going to allocate my time to exercise and hang out with people, and I'm going to be happy. You don't need to be rich to do that. So that's how to allocate your money to be happier. And again, you don't need that much money to be happier. And that's a beautiful thing that you can learn. That's something that I've learned. So, maybe in the future I'll be able to deploy this money if my mom gets cancer, and extend her life, or my brother, something goes on. But I'm happy, don't need it. And I'd like to be happier, but the other things are like cheap-ish, like get a dog, get a basketball hoop, just maintain my car. Basic things that you can do too. So you need some money, but you don't really need that much money to be happy. And that's what the studies say, is you don't need to be, and with inflation, I don't know what the real number is now, but you don't even need to be a six-figure earner to be maximum happiness. You just need a decent, okay job that you like. And liking the job is more important than how much money you make. Okay, hope you found that useful. If you're very wealthy, comment down below if you agree with me or disagree with me. If you've been if you're very happy and you don't have much, comment down below as well. I'd love to hear that. Appreciate you. Much love, and I'm off. I got a busy day ahead of me. I'm excited. I'm about to go snatch this goat. I'm going to take the goat up to the North Shore to a different farm. I'm going to meet the goats up there. I'm going to visit my friend's sheep farm up there. I'm going to surf up there. And I'm going to go back to breakfast here, and I'm going to meet this lady who's bringing her border collies, because I'm going to get a border collie. and get some advice from her. And yeah, social fun day ahead. It doesn't cost much money. It doesn't cost much money, but it helps if you have a plan of like, here's how I'm going to use my money to be happy. Anyways, much love. Look forward to reading your comments down below. Peace.